Hello and welcome to another episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan.
Wake up.
And Ethan.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Do you think,
Wake up.
Do you think people are watching this podcast like in the morning? They're headed to work.
Yeah,
They get they got introduced by you saying, "Wake up."
This is the wake up cast.
Wake up.
The fuck up.
Where's your
Keep
coffee?
your eyes on the road. You're gonna smear.
Oh, God.
Did you say smear?
Smear?
You're gonna veer.
You're gonna smear.
You're gonna smear. Don't smear, please.
Yeah, please don't smear on the friend.
Crack open your Red Bull and don't smear. Not a sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, Red
Is that
Bull
like
gives
a-
you wings with 3 eyes. Legally different than giving you wings.
We're open to sponsorships. Red Bull, please sponsor us.
No, I prefer Monster, please.
I'll be
Rain.
sponsored by anything.
I
What are you
know,
talking
Rain,
about?
right.
Please sponsor us. Rain.
Yes.
Well, Monster
I'm-
owns Rain, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Shit.
we'll second that.
So you can just say Monster.
So,
Get free
with
reign.
this episode, I'm going to just
I'm here for
come-
Bang as well, honestly. Bang's
I'm-
really good.
coming right out and saying it.
No.
He's pissing and shitting and coming.
No, Jesus.
Oh, man. All right.
We're not even a full 2 minutes in this podcast. And you already are.
Well, no, go ahead.
That was this mental
No.
flashbang.
No, it's just the way you're going off the deep end, being really aggressive right at
Honest.
the top.
Good morning to everyone who's 5
Good
o'clock in the
morning.
morning going to your office job. Mental
I'm
flashbang.
sorry. This is just one of my favorite movies.
I was like, what I was going to say is I don't even know where to begin with this movie.
Really?
Well, we can begin by saying that everything is fake. Reality is an illusion.
You're nothing but a living battery.
Congrats, Duracell.
Perhaps you should take a red pill.
Yeah.
I
have too many red pill, blue pill memes now.
oh yeah,
I understood them before the movie, but now that I've
Right.
watched the movie,
Yes.
I just think they went from being not amusing and stupid to being, well, you know.
hilarious.
I just watched the movie, so I guess they're now pertinent again.
Yeah.
They now make sense in some
No,
context.
But again, they did before. It's just now they're pertinent. They're fresh in my mind.
Mhm.
Like I
Right,
knew
right.
what the memes meant before, but now they're just, I guess, fresher.
There's substantial context.
Yeah,
Fresh out the oven.
fresh out the oven.
So
Much like the Oracle's cookies, you'll
Yes.
forget all about it. I thought those were drugged cookies, by the way.
oh yeah,
You'll forget all about it whenever you know what the cookie. He finishes the cookie and then gets
They
like
were
shot in the
very
head or
crunchy.
something. Yeah, right. Crispy cookies, not my thing.
The sound, the Foley work on that one was a bit off because it didn't look like it was that crunchy. Whenever he crunched it, it was like,
Yeah.
you eating rocks,
Like,
bud.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that was definitely that was not a
Sedimentary
cookie.
cookies.
That was a Triscuit that he took a bite out
right,
of.
right. A sack of rocks is what
Yeah,
he's been
right.
into.
Sawdust just fell out after he took a bite of it.
Right. So I was gonna say for this episode, if you haven't seen The Matrix,
Which is what we just watched.
which is what we just watched, the original Matrix, numero uno, 1999 film,
Rihanna Keeves.
Keanu Reeves. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend going to watch it
Mhm.
beforehand,
Yeah.
because I wasn't going to go through the story of this movie.
I can't imagine how you haven't yet.
I have, just
have.
like with many other big ticket movies, sort of, in this kind of caliber, I have seen like the most popular scenes.
Mhm.
The one scene in particular that everyone knows about, the one where he does the dodge bullet,
Right, bullet
bend over
time.
backwards bullet time moment.
Mhm.
That obviously, because I love like filmmaking and, other cinematography stuff, like I have seen that and the breakdown of that shot like hundreds of times.
Yeah.
So whenever I saw it, I was like, it's kind of cool to see it in context now, but I have seen that shot particularly like broken down frame by frame with all the 80 some odd cameras it took to actually shoot that shot.
I love my
So-
favorite part about that scene is the actions that immediately precede
Yes.
it. Where
Yes.
he's emptying this whole clip trying to hit this fucking agent on a roof.
Yeah.
And he dodges every bullet and he throws the gun away and is just like, Trinity!
Help! Yes.
Yeah.
And then he proceeds to dodge all the bullets.
Yeah, and then he goes Super Saiyan.
The
right
only thing
after.
that I wish would have been said was that I think it was a rated R movie, but I don't think they used their like curse word limit like I was hoping for. I think it would be so much cooler if Trinity has the gun to his head. All she says was dodge this.
Yeah.
And like that's good, but I would have loved to like the camera smash cut to her. She holds the gun and says dodge this, bitch, and just like and then just shoots him. I think it would have been so cool and funny and epic.
Oh, I thought that was great anyway.
That was a great
That
scene.
was the
Even
perfect line.
Yes.
Dodge this. Blam! I thought it was
blows a
great.
hole in his head.
No
yeah.
hesitation. I thought it was good.
Right.
Yeah.
All I was going to say was, is I was going to go over the story of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I was just going to, like, talk about favorite moments and, of course, all of the cinematography and the beautifulness of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't going to probably hit, like, the major. Like, we do sometimes, as we have recently, we kind of go over kind of the story of it and what we think about that. But this is obviously a movie that is popular enough that, again, because I haven't seen it, I think I'm in the minority, hopefully.
Yeah.
If not, definitely go watch it.
It's
I mean,
been
apart
over 20
from-
years since it came out.
Yes.
Apart from Chud, I think I've been in the minority for every
Yeah.
movie because I
Right.
haven't seen all these movies that need to be seen.
Right.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Big shocker. The whole premise behind this podcast, the fact that I
Shitbocker.
haven't seen any movies ever. I have not seen The Matrix prior to this. The whole reason this podcast exists, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
And I think it's also
So-
very apt that we're watching the original movie whenever the newest one is coming out as well.
I didn't know
That's actually the newest.
I didn't know the newest one was coming out.
Yeah, I think it
Didn't know if
actually.
there was another one.
I think it came out like a week ago. I think,
Yeah.
or so as of the time of this recording, I think it did. So
Yeah, but I haven't seen it before, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Very fun movie.
For me, I have seen this before, and I've even recreated it on my own, in like After Effects and like my recording software or like my editing software. Is like the color of the entire movie is like pretty uniform,
Mm-hmm.
except for whenever like they're out of the Matrix, it kind of changes a little bit.
Yeah.
But like it has this green hue about it. The whole movie has this kind of like sickly green hue, and it's very interesting to see certain lights and certain like their skin tones in certain times of day even has it. Whenever they're like in the Matrix, everything kind of has this kind of funky green hue. That's like
Everyone's skin color looks weird in the
every
Matrix.
present, and like it even kind of like shows I think in the real world a little bit, but like not so much. It's more
The real world is fucking dank.
Yes, dank is the right word. Not in the cool
Dreary
way.
as
Well, let's say the
fuck.
problem is dank has a new meaning these days.
Grime would be an understatement.
Grime, yeah, right.
Yeah. Dystopian.
I believe the proper word you're looking for is shit.
Human batteries.
Right.
Bottom text.
One might say.
Human batteries, bottom text. Right.
Yeah.
Um,
I've watched a different movie that it was while I was on vacation. It was on the hotel and the TV, so you already know it's
okay.
you already know it's awful.
Right.
Don't know what it was. Couldn't tell you the name. Couldn't tell you the first thing about it. We were just watching.
I know where this is going.
We were just watching, but it tried to do, I'm pretty sure, what The Matrix did, and it
Yes.
was clearly a much newer movie than The Matrix. It was hot garbage. Everything about it was hot garbage.
So what?
You couldn't figure out if they were in the simulation or out the simulation. You couldn't figure out what was going on.
Oh, so this wasn't like a parody. This is like a real.
I mean, it could have been like, Sharknado style, like B movie, like snakes on a train ripoff, wolves on a train.
And you don't
kinda
remember the
thing.
name?
What? No, I don't remember the name.
Oh.
So we
So,
didn't watch
I mean,
it for more than like an hour.
Well,
We
no,
were-
I mean, I'm not blaming you. I'm
Do you
just
understand
saying.
that we were our whole plan for that vacation was to go there, eat food, and drink whiskey. So we were
Right.
sitting there, we were like, "Wow, this movie's bad. I want to go find some place to drink whiskey." And we just, the only time we didn't do that was when we found a good movie. You know what that good movie was? Shrek. Shrek came on in the hotel. You know what I went? I went downstairs,
Damn
got more whiskey,
straight.
and I watched
Wow.
Shrek in my hotel.
Bet your ass you did.
But still, so I watched this movie. It was just so bad. So
Mhm.
in comparison, it's somehow, maybe it's just the way the movie does it and the way the lighting and stuff is. It's not only narratively as well, but it's easier
Yes.
to tell whenever they are in the Matrix and out of the Matrix. The movie does a
Yeah.
great job, but again, it's part of it's narratively,
Yeah.
but also there is just the look of it as well that they got across.
Yeah. Yeah, and it could, because it has a certain feel towards like the whenever they're in the simulation or the Matrix versus whenever they're outside of it. The thing I was going to say that's very interesting that I thought was kind of a cool like stylistic look was like the Sentinels and everything outside of outside the Matrix had like almost an Alien vibe, like the movie
Oh, yeah.
Alien or the Aliens universe.
Yeah.
had that-
H.R. Giger world.
yeah, it had this kind of like, there's a lot of tubes going on. It's kind of busy.
Oh yeah.
There's all of these like,
The,
it's a very dystopian feeling.
I thought about saying whenever we were sawing the what do they call them, the plains or like the fields.
Sentinels.
No, the fields, the plains, whatever it was, where they're harvesting babies.
Yeah.
So whenever we had the shot of the fields and they were like trying to take the humans that they're growing or whatever, I really thought about saying, "Is that a cloaca?" Because one of them looked like the thing from Alien.
The mother or the queen.
Yeah, so it did that. Reminded me of that scene because of just the way the robots were taking the human boys and all that.
We're sucking them up in these little tubes.
Yeah. So but yeah, the premise, it's robots are harvesting humans for batteries. They made a simulation.
The singularity happened, and it did not go well.
Yeah. Well, and it's also they talked about it in the film, which was actually really smart, and also sounds like something we would actually do. Is like the AI's taking over, and we're like, okay, let's blot out the sun because again, that's what
they're solar powered.
They're solar powered, so that's their only source of energy.
The robots just go, nah,
dude. You are actually making more energy than anything else on the planet. So we'll harvest you
right now. I gotta say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds like something that would actually happen.
What we actually did in trying to create less power for them was we created less power, so they had to make a solution quicker, and we were the solution.
Exactly.
So we just made them think faster. Good job.
Great.
And now humans are batteries.
Yep.
So
and we're grown these little egg sacs.
It's real cute, honestly.
It's real gross.
Real goopy. I love it.
And didn't they say that like whenever they die, whenever the humans die, they like melt down?
Oh yeah, any like old human that is like past its prime, they liquefy and feed to the younger ones.
Oh shit, dude.
It's horrific.
So messed up, man.
Nice.
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 No, thank you.
So there was a lot of like good moments in the movie. I don't really know which one to stick out. Like which one sticks the most.
There's a lot of really cool lines and shots in the movie. It is so beautifully like shot. It's really nice.
Oh yeah,
I like it a lot.
My favorite scene in this entire movie, is whenever they're sneaking out of this hotel through the walls, and there are agents present in the building. And as soon as they realize where they are, Morpheus just fucking like
screams,
he roars,
and
then crashes out of the wall on top of this fucking agent, which has been built up to be the most deadly thing that you can fight.
And not only that, he's like choking him out too.
Oh yeah, he just doesn't fucking care,
and it's pretty crazy. I love it.
Who's everyone's favorite character?
Morpheus.
It's kind of a toss-up.
Tank and his brother Dozer.
Yeah.
Tank for sure, bro.
Tank's pretty legit.
They're a package
Tank
deal.
took a freaking electricity bolt in his side, and he tell a tale.
And then called someone a son of a bitch and killed him. It was awesome. Yeah.
Believe it or not, you son of a bitch, you're still gonna burn.
Uno reverse this.
Yeah, right.
I liked, even though it was a very, very auxiliary character, I liked the Oracle.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was a really cool take and a lovely addition to the film to kind of have this like gritty action movie, kind of crazy dystopian nonsense, and of course you just walk into this nice like what feels like a New York apartment, and there's this nice lady
just baking cookies,
and it's like telling you your future.
Yeah,
and the whole time that was going on, that she was like talking about, she was talking to him. And was like kind of telling him his like, I don't want to say fortune, but like kind of telling him like what she was going to tell him. I could tell like even after she said this and was like, "Yep, tough luck. That's just is what it is." Yeah. I was like, even that's probably some sort of mind twist that I don't even know yet. And I was right. It definitely panned out to be that. She was right the whole time.
She told him he wasn't the one, so that he could do the action he needed to do to be the one. It was that was very Avengers Endgame.
Yes,
very like there's only one thing, only one future that works out, and they make eye contact, and then Iron Man, spoiler, does his deal. Right. That was very much that where she told him exactly what he needed to hear, so that he would do the thing, so that he could be the one. And I think that's pretty Chad. I do like that. I like that Tank can make me download How to Kung Fu. I want to download Kung Fu.
I also like download a freaking physics degree.
Right. I love
the theoretical variety.
I have a theoretical degree in physics.
Yeah, same.
Just like that. Easy.
Like that, theoretically.
In some alternate dimension, I definitely have a theoretical degree in physics.
Oh, yeah.
But and also the same thing with Trinity. How she's like, download speeder piloting too, or download helicopter flight.
Hey, Tank, I need you to download How to Helicopter 101, please.
Yeah, thank
dummies.
you. Yeah.
Thanks. I figured it out.
Thanks.
Oh
gosh,
man.
it is. Man, there's just so much.
I like the scene where he's like, "We need guns, lots of them," and then he puts the bookshelf of guns, and Keanu
library.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves just grabs a gun and is like, "Dibs."
I love that.
Yeah.
There's so many great moments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I didn't write any notes or anything about it because it was just there's a lot going on. There was too many good scenes that that are quotable, that are memorable. He holds up his hand and stops bullets and just says no.
Yeah.
My man Neo just straight up died, but then was like, I'm gonna just not. He just intervened.
Yeah.
The
power of love will save me.
He was like, I'm just built. I like to think that it was the power of love. No, I like to think he was just built different.
Yeah.
Simply he was like, I'm the one. My heart stopped, but it stopped in the simulation, and I run this bitch. Right. So he just woke back up. He was like, if you want me to die, you have to kill me in real life because I'm in the simulation.
Not only that, he freaking like cat pounced inside the man's body and destroyed him inside out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy's like dead. Like that piece of machinery is not coming back.
Nah, he's done.
That guy's severed from the Matrix forever. That's done.
Elrond didn't make it out of that one.
Elrond is done.
He didn't make it out of this movie alive.
I feel like in some capacity that had to have, because that was too cool.
Yeah.
And he exploded into pixels. So
here's some little fun facts. It says the production for the entire film, both interiors and exteriors, were shot in Australia.
Oh wow!
For tax purposes.
For real? Yeah. That's very dystopian as well.
Wow.
To avoid taxes and film it somewhere else.
Well, that's what production companies do all the time because it significantly lowered the film budget for.
That's so funny.
For the movie. So the iconic city shots you see, the unnamed, quote unquote, unnamed city of the Matrix is actually Sydney, Australia.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it said that all the street names were taken from locations in Chicago where the two directors grew up. So it's a little fun fact there.
Thanks, Aussies.
Yeah. But man, the amount I realize now, I've always known this a little bit, that the Desert Eagle is like a movie and video game gun. It's not practical by any means, and no one really honestly carries one around. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. Sorry if I'm offending all the Desert Eagle fans out there.
I mean, I wouldn't know that it's considered standard issue for anything.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's from what I've heard from people is the Desert Eagle is unwieldy, it's big, and it honestly
a fucking cartoon gun.
Yeah, and the thing is, it is a major. I think it gained popularity because of TV shows, movies, and video games.
I love the way it looks.
Oh man, it's a beautiful gun, and it's very, scary. But this movie is again, obviously the Matrix guys carry them, but it's riddled with the Desert Eagle. Every few frames, I feel you look around, it's oh, that's the barrel of an eagle right there. You can see that baby rocking and rolling, dude.
I did notice that it was mostly the agents that carried them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
pretty neato.
Right. It says that they're the martial arts choreographer, Yuan Wu Ping, created the film's elaborate stunts and wire works.
Okay, yeah. Kudos to that guy. He did a
right.
fucking amazing job.
Yeah.
Every time someone was thrown into the wall, it looked great.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There was always a hearty fucking impact.
Yeah, a meaty thwack.
Oh,
yes. on every wall of contact.
Sensible chuckle.
You want to know something funny? It says that, oh gosh, this is going to be great. Yeah. It says that both Will Smith and Nicolas Cage formally turned down the role of Neo.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. It said Will Smith said no so that he could make Wild Wild West. That guy.
That's fair.
Right.
That's
and
fair.
then
that's a good one.
When asked about it,
is this the thing that made Keanu Reeves big? This is his first big thing.
Right? I think it's one of his first big things.
Yeah.
When asked by a news source if there were any roles that he regretted turning down, Nicolas Cage replied, "I don't really have any regrets. I think regret is a waste of time." Yet he allowed that there were, quote unquote, movies that I probably would have benefited from if circumstances in my life allowed me to take them. and cited both The Matrix and Lord of the Rings as two opportunities that
I'm going to be honest, I
up.
cannot picture Nicolas Cage in either of these films.
I cannot picture Nicolas Cage.
Well, that's
in
because of what he's always picked. If he would have picked those, he might have had a more serious career. But he has a doofy career where he always does the doofy movies. That's it. If he's in a movie, it's just gotta be. It's a comedy. It has to be.
It says that also purportedly there was Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, and Leonardo DiCaprio were also reportedly considered before the filmmakers chose Keanu Reeves for the part. So
good old Keanu. Good choice though.
Also,
here's
another little fun fact: people that could have played Morpheus. It says for Sean Connery. It was apparently a matter of not understanding the script.
Wow.
Which is also the reason why he turned down Lord of the Rings.
Damn. That's funny.
Yeah. And they also said potentially Russell Crowe or...
You prefer your pills shaken or stirred?
The script was too much for these people?
Do you want the red pill or the blue pill?
Was the script just too much for these people?
I guess.
I guess. I can't imagine how.
It says Russell Crowe and Samuel L. Jackson were also considered as well for Morpheus.
Damn.
Potentially. So...
Well, I'm glad that they stuck with who they
same.
Exactly. I think the cast worked out well because everyone else would have. I don't think it would have been the same movie.
Cool.
Yeah,
I was right here. It also says that it was color coded on purpose. Is like another fun fact saying that everything inside the computer world is a green tint, whereas all the scenes that were taking place in the real world had a blue tint. In fact. The only time the color green appears in the real world setting is in the Matrix code on the ship's computer screen. Yeah,
right.
Which is actually really cool.
So remember, folks, if you ever need
green
to
is
tell
fake.
if you're in the Matrix or in the real world, just see if there's blue.
Whew, there's a blue light over there. I think we're good.
I think we're Christ, I was worried.
Yeah,
there's a blue.
Oh my god!
I was about to just try and run through that wall real quick and see what happens.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I'm going to be 100% honest right here at the get-go. I don't know what just happened right there, what you just heard. Something happened with the audio equipment, and everything just kind of stopped for a second. And we actually had some more funny stuff we were talking about that actually got kind of cut out.
You lost the funny screen.
Yeah, we had a blue light in the background, turned it to green, and then, of course, I told Dylan to turn around, and it was the most authentic scream I've heard from Dylan. And I'm so sad that now is no longer on the record. So. That's okay. Anyways, I was about to continue on with some more fun facts, but what else were you saying, Ethan? You were saying something, I think.
Oh, well, the conversation continued. So we were just talking about who would pick which pill, and I was asking Dylan if he would pick the blue pill or the red pill, and I thought that he got really deep on me and was just like, oh, I would rather die. But actually, he said he would wake up. Now, here's the thing, though. If let's just say that I, one day, walked in your room and I was like, all right, listen, you've got a fuchsia pill and you've got a teal pill, all right?
Dude, I'd be so fucking upset because then everything I own would be fucking fake.
No, wait. No context. You don't know if this is the Matrix. You don't know what you're waking up to. You just know either you wake up or you stay like it is. That's it.
I'd have to get rid of my fucking material dependency.
But you don't know that. You just you're sitting at the decision.
Dude, you come in my room with 2 pills. I'm gonna know what the fuck is going on.
You're gonna take both of them and see what happens.
No.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna walk in there.
I'm just gonna pick whichever one wakes me the fuck up.
Okay.
Because I won't want to stay. It'll be
I'm gonna
nothing.
choose.
It'll be fucking nothing.
I'm gonna choose the liquid gels, the NyQuil, and the DayQuil, and just gonna walk into his room and just be like, choose your pill, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if given the choice, but if someone was like, all right, you can either wake up and see it for what it is, or you can stay a lemming. Yeah. Which one would you pick? Would you actually just be like, whoever you are, stranger, I just don't even want to know?
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
The thing
that
is,
I'm gonna want to wake up immediately because I'm gonna be fucking done.
No,
that everything I know is a fucking lie.
You're just assuming that it's all a lie. I'm just saying.
What's the alternative here? What's the separate scenario?
You could become one.
You're right. Okay, you're right.
And control the Matrix.
Very many other scenarios. I'm just saying that you're not sure if you're gonna wake up intubated in some freaking
I don't give
alien
a damn.
thing.
I'm waking up regardless.
You're waking up just because
You want to know what you've been lied to your whole life.
I
want to know what the fuck has been lying to me me so that I can fucking kill it.
Okay, let's all calm
You're
down.
gonna go punch the liar in the face.
We're all at a 12.
I'm serious.
I know.
I feel like maybe I have more consideration than some about actually staying with the blue pill. But I mean, if someone offered me, I'd probably still pick the one to wake up. Exclusively because now in the context of the Matrix, they've pulled his leg far enough that you have to pick the red pill.
Yeah.
You already know
that's what.
something.
Well, and that's
In
also
his
Not letting it go
context.
any further.
But I'm just saying, in a random context, a bit more, it'd be more of a toss-up.
Okay, see, in a random context, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
If it's random, it'd be hard. But the
In
thing
that
is,
case, I would choose the death.
that guy's already had people trying to kill him, so it makes sense.
and not only that, it also, like I said, it leads up to like he already knows who Morpheus is through like some sort of like communication through
hacker myth.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So but I'm just saying, like, again, in the context of them, if you were the main character, I'm pretty sure anyone who is the main character would pick the red one exclusively because you've already had people kicking your ass. You need to figure out what's going on. That makes sense.
I got another little fun fact.
In a slightly more random context, just slightly more random, it's a little bit harder when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't know what's going to
everything I've worked for my whole life, you're going to tell me that's all a lie? I don't want to know what the truth is then. Just let me, just leave me alone.
Right.
Just like, but I would, I'd probably pick it too, just because I don't know. That's just the way I am. You can't just keep secrets from me. That's bullshit.
Right.
Like, let me know. Immediately regret taking the pill. Fine, but
yeah, I don't know. It's hard to answer. But I feel
Wake
like
up, Ian.
that's the thing is I feel like
they're in the walls. They're in the wall.
There is like a deep down, if like there's some sort of unknown truth, and like this person starts to like reveal things, and not only just like reveal them as in like, haha, I perhaps may know this.
Is a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. If he starts like saying, or he or she starts like saying things, and shit starts being true, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where if I'm like running down a hallway and he's like, turn right, and I'm like, and like you're in like,
okay,
in a safe zone or whatever, or like, like that kind of stuff where it's like, if we're conversating and like shit you're saying is coming out to be true, and he's like, hey, the world's a lie.
Yeah,
I can free your mind. Or it's like, at that point, I'd be like, you know what? Let's go ahead and give it a shot. At this point,
sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The same thing for like if it's in a random moment, that's where I feel like I wouldn't do that, because it's like it's a gamble for what could or couldn't be.
Turns out it was just NyQuil and Dayquil, and you picked NyQuil. What a pussy!
You accidentally fall asleep real good and feel nice the next morning.
Stay in your bed, fucko.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I have another little fun fact. The 3-minute long lobby shootout scene in the movie.
That was a good shootout.
Oh yeah.
It felt like longer than 3 minutes.
It was a full 3 minutes, and it took an entire 10 days to shoot.
Oh my god!
Because the whole thing had no CGI whatsoever, and all of that was real explosions and gunfire.
That's so fucking
they were all
cool.
practical effects, not like actual bullets, but again, like live fire weapons.
No, Neo actually was getting shot.
Yes,
It took a few bullets.
Dodged a handful of bullets. It was really fun. So
straight up had Smith unload a full clip from a Desert Eagle into his chest.
into his chest, and then just said no, and he just respawned.
Man, that's so good.
the sunglasses for each character were also custom made by design.
Dude.
And none of them were actually available for purchase until the second movie came out. Or the second and third movie came out.
So
and then you could actually buy them.
God.
So they were custom made for the characters.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's so fun.
I just like that Keanu Reeves went Super Saiyan toward the end.
Oh my god. Dude, we have to talk about his fights with Smith.
Dude, he just goes Super Saiyan. He
The
just,
fucking best.
I was incorrect, and I joked around about there being 100, about 80 something cameras or whatever that shot that bullet time scene, the gravity defying back bend that is so famously known for the movie, and it actually said that it contained 120 individual digital cameras,
Oh my god.
and 2 film cameras.
Wow.
The still images were all carefully stitched together to create a shot frame by frame.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, the first test shot of the bullet time effect gave a nearly 360-degree view of an exploding trash can.
Wow.
So, just a little tidbit in case you wanted to know.
That's amazing.
The first thing they used that whole thing for was to blow up a trash can. So,
well, I mean, they just wanted to see how it worked.
no, I mean, of course. And again, if you have that many cameras all lined up and you're going to go do some work, may as well blow up a trash can. You know, it needs a trash can to blow up. So yeah. Anyways, as you were saying, sorry.
Man, I love how, like, at this point, Neo is on his way out after Trinity and Morpheus have escaped through the phone. Agent Smith takes over a hobo and shoots the phone. So now Neo is trapped in the subway with a fucking agent.
Crazy.
The battle that ensues is such a feast for the eyes.
Oh, it's so nice, dude.
They're tossing each other around. At first, they have like this crazy like Western standoff.
Yeah, where they do like
they
little
both
hand
rush
twitch.
each other with their guns, and they catch each other midair,
Yeah,
holding onto each other's hands with their guns, just trying to get a shot in. Of course, they don't, and it's another one of those like slow-mo bullet time moments.
it's a lot of fun.
As soon as they land on the floor, both their guns are empty, and Smith is like, "You're out." And Neo's like, "So are you." So they just get up and start duking it out with their bare hands.
Yeah,
It's I can't think of it. Like the fucking fight between Solid Snake and Liquid at the end of Metal Gear 4 comes to mind when watching this.
really.
It's so fucking cool.
Oh man,
Yeah, it was epic. It was worth like you're like waiting the movie for it too because homie's the one or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And so he's like,
and he fucking proves it.
yeah. Well, I mean, he proves at the very end because he makes the guy blow up. He explodes his enemy. That guy's dead. He's freaking dead.
Yeah.
The only way to kill a Smith is from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to kill a Smith is with a Wesson. So
With a Wesson.
Oh man.
oh man.
Wow, that's crazy.
So describe the movie in 3 words.
Oh shit.
Green gun man.
All right, Dylan,
Green
all right.
gunman.
No, it's you now, Dylan.
Oh shit. Okay. Leather or pleather?
Wow. How nice.
They were so much leather.
Yeah.
That's I would say
Definitely pleather. I think.
Is it real or not?
Definitely not.
I would say Duracell human splooge.
Gross.
That's what it is, man. You're like
Human battery goop.
I get yeah, exactly. It could be Duracell human goop instead, but I just like splooge. As a
There
word.
there was so much goop, I may say.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of goop in this.
If you are unplugged and wake up in your battery pod, you are a goop being.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You're also
with
intubated.
many tubes.
yeah, and you're also, but not just like you're like metal intubated. Like
Yeah.
that's not normal intubated. Like as if you can't just pull them things out anyway. Like
Right.
a metal one, that's awful. That's
Yikes. Got a whole pipe down your throat.
yeah. That was almost like horror movies level of stuff.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
really cool.
Oh, dude, I
loved
love whenever he's on the table, like right after he gets out of the pod, and they're like taking off his little inserts and they're like cleaning him up or whatever. And he's got all these like thousands of pins in his body.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
Your muscles have atrophied. We're reconstructing them.
right. And then he's like, oh, why do my eyes hurt? And then Morpheus like, because you've never used them. It's like, oh, yeah, right.
Oh yeah,
Yes, you're right.
I've been using him for 20-something years, but also
Yeah.
I haven't. God,
Right.
it hurt.
His eyes are closed and also like very clearly red. And he's like,
Oh,
why do my eyes hurt?
There's too many white lights.
Oh, she'll be white. Yeah. So that's I really enjoyed the action in this movie.
Oh yes.
I thought the story, how it all pans out and like starts, how it really starts like trucking along at a certain point,
Mm-hmm.
and then the action is just like a nice touch on all of it.
I just like dystopian movies because you never know where we're going. So
Oh, definitely.
it's good. To
How did the world get fucked up this time?
Yep.
Yeah. What's your hot take on how the world's gonna end? I love it. It's great.
What newfound flavor of shit are we in on now?
Oh yay, man!
What fresh hell is this?
Exactly.
Right.
Yay, man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Just what I wanted for
I
Christmas.
love it. Dude. Oh man. Oh.
So and then elder gods wake up.
Yeah. Is that your Matrix? Is just a big elder god that you're having to summon?
I mean,
Cthulhu awakens.
yeah.
Yes.
If Yog-Sothoth,
Yep.
Nyarlathotep,
Yeah.
just
Wow.
yeah. I mean, that'd be neat if in the Matrix there were elder gods, but also, why?
I much prefer the eldritch flavor of apocalypse.
Yeah, right. That's exactly my flavor too.
I would.
Again, man-made horrors beyond comprehension. Yada yada.
I
So,
want to lose my mind when the world is going.
I just want to
shit.
fucking go crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying right now. I'm just
Joke's
saying like
on you.
Right.
I'm already there.
if the world is ending, I also want to, just like lose all lose everything. You know, if we're gonna lose everything, I may as well go ahead and lose everything.
Just go absolutely nuts.
Yes.
Yeah. Why stop it with my mind?
Yeah, exactly. No, why stop with my physical presence when I can just also look upon what horrors has become of this world?
Heard
through
that.
an eldritch variety.
I was saying apocalypse happens and Ian's a cannibal. Heard that.
Not even. I just want to see some horror that I can't. What is the definition they always say that they say in
cosmic horror?
No, he always says impossibly indescribable.
Impossibly indescribable
in the book,
horror.
or indescribably horrible. Yeah,
Yes,
something like
yeah.
that.
Have a nice day.
He manages to describe some creature with 3 whole sentences, and you still don't know what the frick he's talking about.
Oh, of course.
And you're reading his books, as H.P. Lovecraft. You're reading his like stories in his book, and it's like he's describing something, and you're getting like some details.
Just when you think you're
like
getting an understanding.
An unholy amalgamation of writhing tentacles, impossibly indescribable in every facet. And you're like, that's a lot of words to just say that you can't describe it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just feel so like awful. Like,
right. Like, I feel disgusted, but I don't know how I feel disgusted.
Exactly. I guess people look upon this thing and they just break. That's what happens.
Yeah.
They break.
Exactly. I think we already talked about this, but I'm not sure if it was part of the section that got cut out or not. But our final form for Neo, whenever he's in the hallway, like we talked about before, where he's going all bullshit crazy.
When he went dang it, yeah.
Wait, do I have it here? What is it?
It's that
one. Whatever he goes Ultra Instinct or whatever. I love, you mentioned it, and I think it's hilarious. It's like whenever he stands back up from being shot to death, and he's like, and again, they're like, their immediate reaction is in tandem to all pull out their Desert Eagles and unload a whole magazine of bullets. And then he just looks and with a dead expression is like, no. And it's like, I want to have that level of power where I can look at them like 3 men in suits holding guns at me and just go, no.
Dude, I just want the fucking Golden Experience Requiem level of power.
What is that?
It's
that made no sense to me.
No, it really
Congrats.
It's a Requiem stand from JoJo.
I see.
Where my favorite analogy to use for it is, say you have a guy who shoots you, and he's like, I shot you, you're dead. And you just go, no, and actually you shot yourself, and now you're dead.
Nice.
So it's just...
And now you're dying forever in a time loop.
Oh, shit. And that's reality now?
Yeah.
Impossibly indescribable.
Specifically that person's reality now.
Wow.
Is in a perpetual state of dying?
Yes.
Yeah,
From a gunshot wound?
Yes.
That's horrifically indescribable. Got it. Noted.
It's my favorite.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
But I like that you want to have the like Sith Lord level of power. Like you don't want power that you can use for good. You want power that's exclusively used for evil.
Anyone who crosses me will suffer the consequences.
No, will suffer for eternity. Not the consequences, just in general. They'll just suffer for eternity.
Yeah.
Right.
I shot you, you're dead. Nah, reverse, buddy. That's all you.
Actually, I want you to sit down on your knees and really think about what you've done for eternity.
1 second. Give it a few thousand years of dying and you'll change your mind about that.
Right. Let me have you sit here and hang tight while I let you suffer for 1,000 years, and then
give it a few millennia, you'll change your mind.
Right. Anybody that double crosses you do that kind of stuff too,
Yeah.
What's that? You stole my candy bar? Die.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't go that far.
I want you to live in a perpetual state of like having things. And
well, maybe people wouldn't steal.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's like for your life, I want to allow you to have all the things you want just for people to steal them from you on a perpetual basis. It's like, oh, what? And then forever, he's like, oh, I got this thing, brand new car. All that's stolen. It's mine.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Wrong.
Yeah. So anyways.
Man.
I think that's all I've got to say about the Matrix.
Yeah.
The Matrix.
I cannot wait to watch the 2 sequels.
Because
there are only 2.
Well, is there though?
Yes.
I think there's only 1 sequel.
There are only 2.
I like to go with 2.
Got it.
I don't have many qualms with the 3rd one.
Okay. I see a question here on Google that just says, "Is the Matrix suitable for a 12-year-old?"
No.
So
yes.
I don't know if that's
Show it to them immediately.
Right.
No, wrong.
No, stop.
No.
Get some help.
Stop. Don't. Like, unless you're trying to, make them terrified of elder gods.
Don't come back.
Yep.
Because if I saw this as a 12-year-old, I'd be terrified of elder gods.
The one scene that kind
Elder
of
machines.
The one scene that kind of freaked me up real bad, even as a kid, because I think I stumbled across it on television one time.
Nice.
Is the scene whenever he like finishes taking the pill and he wakes up.
Oh,
I didn't actually see the whole pill taking scene or whatever, but I definitely saw the one where he like is in a vat of his own goop and he's like, and there's like just shit everywhere.
Yeah.
So also like in that scene, like what kind of happened, right? Because he takes the pill, they start like waking him up and like talking to him.
Yeah.
Why were they freaking out that he almost died or something?
They I don't know.
Yeah, like they were freaking out like he almost died, and then he wakes up, and then
it's probably just part of the whole like process, like the shock factor of like waking up for the first time.
Yeah,
and then being flushed down your own goop.
Yeah,
yeah. So
and they're like, hey,
and then he unplugs himself from the back of the head, or I know he extubated himself.
I think the machine that shows up unplugs him because he's awake and no longer functioning as a battery.
Oh, so the machine was like, get rid of him. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, that was like the only thing that really confused me was like,
yeah. Well,
crazy good movie.
It's a great movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. The action was just my right flavor of action.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny at moments, like even though it's not obviously a comedy movie by any means, but it's just some of the action and stuff is funny. I think it's a great movie to watch.
Oh yeah.
Dodge this poser.
Also, if anybody's listening to this,
buy our merch.
We don't have any merch. Don't do that. Wait a minute. Now buy our merch.
Now we have to get merch. Dude, Ethan, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Why did you do that? I have to go make T-shirts now.
Shit.
I'm wearing one.
I know. I made my own T-shirt, and I made that for Ethan and Dylan for Christmas.
I don't think one of them we have rights to, though. Someone else had the idea. That's where the picture came from.
But those are my designs.
It is your design.
Legally, those are my designs. I made those in Photoshop.
Peace was never an option.
Oh man.
Shit's my favorite too.
Yeah, I'm glad you love it. It made me so happy that your reaction was exactly the reaction I was hoping for on Christmas Day.
It's a picture of RuneScape Gnome, and it says peace was never a good option.
I love it so much. And then Dylan, do you want to describe your lovely T-shirt?
I'm wearing it right now. You
dude.
have an image here.
I had come up with this just at random, like I was just shitting out my head.
What? You were doing what?
Shitting out my head.
You
That's
know,
what
when on a casual Tuesday, just shit out your head.
Anyway, yeah. Came up with the phrase, why don't you make like a tree and fuck off?
Yeah, right. And it's just so intrinsically Dylan. And it just feels like him. And so I made a lovely design of a tree in autumn with no leaves on it, and it's a beautiful and it's a beautiful like dirt. Like,
I can't wait to wear it in public. I have a bunch of 9-year-olds who don't know what that word means start saying it.
Yeah.
Wear it to the gym and get ripped with a shirt that says heck off on it.
Agents of chaos we are.
Agents.
Yeah, exactly.
Peace was never a good option.
It was never a good option. Yeah, so anyways, maybe one day we'll have merch. Who knows?
That'd be pretty sweet.
But what you can do, if anybody's listening right now, it is the new year. It is 2022. Happy New Year's, everybody.
Is it?
Yes. And if you haven't, I haven't said to do this because I also, a majority of our listenership's on Spotify, but on Apple Podcasts, you can rate the podcast 5 stars. And
rate that bitch.
Be very beneficial. But I'm saying this because if you haven't, update your Spotify app. Go ahead and refresh the app. Get it all ready. Go onto our podcast, and they have a section for you to
5
rate
stars.
the podcast.
Oh,
give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. That would really help us out a whole lot if you appreciate listening to this show. I would appreciate it. I think we would both appreciate it here.
Man.
Rate us 5 stars, or the agents are going to find you.
Yeah, or the Smiths are going to get you.
Yeah, they're all Smiths.
They're all Smiths.
Yeah.
But anyways, so like I said, if you can go ahead and just go onto our like podcast page on Spotify, you can go ahead.
You're
and rate us
smart.
there.
You can figure out how to
Exactly.
rate people. Well, rate us 5 stars, or the
again,
agents will find you.
I'm just saying that because again, like I said, a majority of our listeners are on Spotify. But if you're on a different platform, obviously you can go ahead.
You have to do it there too.
And you can rate there as well. I just think Spotify has been late to the uptake of this kind of feature. So
I don't know if I could come to terms with what people actually think of me.
Rate it 5 stars. If you rate anything else, we'll delete it.
Right.
I'll delete your rating. Bye.
I'll cry.
Rate 5 stars if you think. Rate 5 stars if you want Dylan to cry just with one single tear for you.
For every 5-star rating is one tear that Dylan cries.
Oh yes, please. Let's get to 10 5-stars for 10 tears.
If we can get 10 likes on this video, Dylan will cry.
He'll cry on the podcast for you.
It'll be real too.
We'll find a really, really sad movie, and then we'll just kick Dylan the shit to make him cry.
Right.
The movie didn't work. I just wanted to kick.
I'll just chop onions in his presence.
We'll just
while
watch-
we just read the.
We'll chop onions and watch horse sense. That'll make
Yeah, perfect.
That's
what a
for sure
lovely,
to do it.
lovely thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you so much for listening. If you're trying to find us, you can type in.
He already did it.
I mean, you can type in The Aftermath on all the major podcasting platforms, and you should be able to find us. We also have a link tree /Ian Wolf has all the links to go to all the different locations to find us wherever you desire. So again, thank you so much for listening. Happy New Year's, and I hope you guys make some positive changes in your life.
Yeah, tell us about your resolutions that you won't do.
Now's the season, even if it's not roulette resolutions, just sometimes I like to do some addition and subtraction in my life as far as things I want to take out, things I want to put into my life. It's not really resolutions, but just how to better myself as a person.
The year-end review.
Exactly. And this is that time of year where
I hate my year-end reviews.
This is the time of year where everyone kind of bands together. I say bands together, but everyone, it's like collectively kind of decides to make some changes in their lives. So I always say give yourself like 2 or 3 months.
I make my New Year's resolutions in January. So in November.
I make my New Year's resolution whenever everyone else does.
No, I make my New Year's resolutions in November.
Yeah.
That way, whenever January comes around, I've already been doing my shit. Then I actually stick to it because January is it. Also, I hate going to the gym in January.
Of course.
It's the worst.
Don't let Ethan shame you.
For the first, you can go to the gym. The problem is, if you're going to do it, you better stick to it. Don't be one of those guys that goes to the gym for the first 2 weeks of January, gets in my way, and then doesn't stay in my way.
Well,
I want you to stay in my way.
Thank you so much for listening, and bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Or y'all assholes to stay in my way.